After a busy few days exploring the streets of Paris, we were ready for a slower day, somewhere the boys could run, explore, and just be kids. And we found exactly that here. Located in the heart of Paris, this huge park feels like a little escape from the city. There are gardens, animals, playgrounds, rides, hidden corners to explore, and honestly, you could easily spend a full day here. So today we're taking you along for a family day out at one of the most child-friendly places we visited during our Paris trip. Walking in, the first thing we noticed was just how beautiful this place is. Sometimes when you think of Paris, you picture busy streets, famous landmarks, and crowds. But places like this show a completely different side of the city. It's peaceful, green, and spacious, which for three young boys is exactly what we needed. Because after days of asking them to walk nicely, stay close, and look at buildings, they finally had somewhere they could actually run around. And you can probably tell, they were very happy about it. Before coming, I was trying to figure out the best way to do the ride. As of June 2026, entry is €7 per person, and that allows you into the park to explore, enjoy the atmosphere, and watch everything happening. Then inside, you can choose whether you want to pay for the rides. For us, this actually worked out perfectly. Because I'm pregnant during this trip, so I wasn't able to go on any of the rides anyway, and with three boys at all different heights, they also couldn't all go on everything together. So rather than paying for an unlimited pass where some rides wouldn't even work for us, we decided to just pay for the individual rides they could enjoy. And honestly, for our family, that was the better option. There's plenty of ticket machines around the park anyway that you can still bulk buy 50 tickets, 10 tickets, one ticket as you go. So if you decide that you want to buy the unlimited pass after you've actually entered, the option is still there. Once inside, we honestly just wandered and explored. And I think that's one of the best things about this place. You don't have to have a strict plan. You can follow the paths, see where they take you, and discover little surprises along the way. There are so many beautiful areas to stop, sit, and enjoy, and it is also somewhere I definitely recommend bringing a picnic. There are loads of lovely spots where you can just find a bench, sit under the trees, let the kids play, and take a break from sightseeing. After walking around Paris, having a space where everyone can slow down really does make such a difference. One of the boys' favourite parts was spotting all the animals around the park, and the peacocks especially. They were everywhere, which meant that they needed to be followed. They needed to be tracked. They needed to be walked in, like follow them within the trees and everything. Like honestly, put my kids near a peacock and you've probably lost them for about 2 hours. I think the boys felt like they had their own little animal adventure happening. You'd just be walking along and suddenly there's a peacock casually wandering past like it owns the place, which to be fair, it probably does. There are lots of different animals to see, and it's such a nice way to add something different into a city break. One of my favourite things was that it didn't feel like just a theme park. There are these beautiful wooden areas like paths to explore, hidden playgrounds tucked away. It almost feels like you're discovering something new around every corner. For the kids, for kids, that sense of adventure is so much fun because they're not just being told where to go, they're exploring. And when we found the area that was probably the biggest hit of the day, the water mist sprayers near the entrance. Honestly, sometimes the simplest things can create the biggest excitement. They could have spent ages just running through these, especially after walking around in the Paris heat. Definitely one of those moments where you realise you don't always need the biggest attraction. Sometimes it's the most unexpected little things they remember the most. And since I couldn't quite figure out how often they went off, you walk on one of those mist plates with caution. Of course, we couldn't come without trying some of the rides, so the boys were proper excited. And I love that because they're at an age where those experiences feel magical. They're at an age where these experiences feel so magical. Seeing their faces light up, watching them enjoy themselves and have those little holiday moments is exactly why we love travelling with them. Even though I couldn't join in on the rides this time, I loved watching from the side and seeing how much fun they were having. I honestly think this is such an underrated place to visit in Paris, especially if you're travelling with kids. If you've got little ones who need a break from museums, landmarks, and lots of walking, this is the perfect reset. You could generally spend the entire day here. There's enough to do, enough space to relax, and it feels like a completely different experience from the rest of Paris. Realistically, we spent a couple of hours here because we had other plans, but I can definitely see why families could easily make a full day of it. This ended up being one of those places we didn't know exactly what to expect from, but it became such a lovely part of our Paris trip. It was fun, relaxing, and gave the boys a chance to just enjoy being kids. Our Paris adventure still has more to come. In the next episode, we're continuing our family adventures in Paris and sharing more of the places we discovered along the way. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next part of our Paris series.